Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. I think that's exactly how it went.
I wish this was going on the air. It's not. That's hilarious.
What happens when three high school friends reunite during a Trump apocalypse? I'll tell you what happens. They do a podcast, little buddy.
Everyone's dying but me.
You are watching Generation Exile.
So the other thing I wanted to touch on, gents, was just we had some bad news in the last week or so, losing some famous, potentially great people, depending on how you choose to define it, and maybe we'll be the arbiters of whether or not these were great men. We lost Ozzy Osbourne at age 76.
Great man. Except when he was
great man.
What's your favorite Ozzy Osbourne or Black Sabbath song?
Oh, man. I kind of love Fairies Wear Boots. Do you know that song?
Yeah, that's a cool song.
Yeah. There's another one I can't remember the name of. But, I mean, War Pigs always makes me
That's
happy,
my
too.
favorite. Yeah. I love that song.
I only can't say it because everybody loves that song. So I can't.
I played in the garage on my electric guitar. I keep my electric in the garage, and I just sort of belt along with it. It's just fun. I love that song. I liked Ozzy before the Ozzy reality show.
Right.
I had before I started hanging out with you guys, I was into heavy metal. I think I was a bit of a burnout heavy metal kid. I was listening to Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath and Ozzy.
Was that in your junior high school years?
Yeah, it was.
You kind of followed similar patterns. My brother, who was also a burnout in junior high school, and
Then
he
shifted
got
to classic rock.
oh no, and then he just shifted to kind of
Normal.
straight edge, diligent
Right.
studier, successful person.
Yeah.
But no, I was going to say that my brother is the one who introduced me to Blizzard of Oz. That was my first exposure to Ozzy Osbourne. I must have been like 8 or 9, but I was hooked at the just
It's fascinating to listen to him now, specifically to what passed as like devil music, the hard edge. It's so tame.
yeah,
It's like
yeah. It's
almost
like
you're
jam
listening to
band music.
Yes, or it's like you're listening to Journey. It's like that soft.
Yeah.
I mean, and at the time, it was like parents were like, "You're not listening to Ozzy Osbourne. He's devil worship."
Right.
But like, I heard him. There was a quote from him where he said, "We were just the last like hippie peace band."
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's
the
how
lyrics to
we found
Crazy
ourselves.
Train are all about peace and, love will save us and
War Pigs is
War
also
Pigs. Yeah, War Pigs is
against
the big
war.
pacifism, the peace thing, whatever that word is.
Yeah. He was brilliant. And then his second life as that reality show. That show was funny. I mean, it became insanely popular, but he was just sort of like a funny character to kind of focus on.
Yeah.
His wife sometimes veers into says like the wrong shit, I think, but the whole family was kind of interesting and fascinating. So yeah, I think it's a loss. This guy was like one of the bigs, like who's the bigger heavy metal name than Ozzy Osbourne? Is there one? Metallica?
Probably not. No, but even Metallica will say Ozzy Osbourne is
Right.
and I know that because I read a thing about Ozzy Osbourne and Lars Ulrich said Ozzy Osbourne is the godfather of heavy metal or something. So
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
no, I can't think. Maybe some like Camaro driving Deer Parkian would cite Ronnie James Dio as a.
I like that reference.
Thank you.
There's a preview of next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So rest in peace. May his memory be a blessing, Ozzy Osbourne.
Indeed. And sadly, we lost another well-known celebrity. Hulk Hogan passed at the age of 71.
Yes. Noted racist, anti-union snitch,
Sex taper.
sex taper. who likes to use the N-word during sex for some reason.
Right. Did you see the sex tape? It was pretty disturbing.
No, I did not see it.
No.
It's like watching a construction worker like in Tallahassee, like on top of a woman with a beer belly, like just going up and down in a missionary position. It's just very disturbing. It was not the best porn.
You boys want to hear the story of when I met Hulk Hogan?
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay.
Now's the time. If not now,
Yes.
Dave, when?
All right, so I grew up privileged, and I was sent to a summer camp in the summers for 8 weeks at a time. And the very last year that I was there, the summer camp was leaning into its, you're all privileged and we're going to make this shit special. So you're all familiar with Color War?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy,
Sure.
for our listeners, can you explain what Color War is?
Yeah, sure. And I went to Jewish camps, so they called it Maccabiyah, but same thing.
Yeah.
You break the camp up into 4 different colors, and you compete in like meatballs style relay races and tug of wars, and who's got the most cheer and who can make the prettiest paintings, and and there's like a around the camp run, and it's like Meatballs did a pretty good job of it.
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
Color War.
Right. So I don't know how it went in other camps, but in my camp, it was always a mystery as to when Color War was going to happen.
That's always.
And they call it the breakout. When is breakout going to happen? And they would also have fake outs. So there was a lead up of fake outs through a summer where 2 counselors were purportedly beefing with each other. This beef went through the whole summer. They were yelling at each other at public events. It was a whole thing. So like halfway through the year, they're like, we're going to do, to settle it once and for all in the ring, we're going to have a WrestleMania. And they turned the hockey rink, they built a makeshift wrestling rink, and on the day of WrestleMania, they introduced the one guy, I can't remember his name, he came out, rah, rah, rah. He was the villain, everybody was booing him. What's that?
Junkyard Dog was a villain. I'm sorry.
No, it was a counselor. It was one of the counselors.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then they start announcing the other counselor, who is supposed to emerge from this van, and instead of the counselor, like, but first, his manager for the day, Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan jumps out of the fucking van. He's like, "Yeah, Hulkamaniacs, that's what I'm about." Bruh. And he tears his shirt, and he grabs the microphone, and he says, "Hello, Timberlake Day Camp, it's Color War." And everybody's going fucking nuts. Right? Yeah.
What year was this?
1985. That was
Dude,
my last year at that camp.
This is the height of Hulkamania. This is like the Timberlake get Hulk Hogan in the middle of what is considered the Hulk era, the Hulkamania era.
That was peak
They
Hogan.
paid a handsome sum, I'm sure.
Like $1 million? Like at the time, it would have been like $100,000 to get Hulk Hogan.
Maybe. Could have been that. I don't know.
Wow.
But he was there.
Maybe somebody knew somebody, had a special connection.
Be.
You also have to pay him for the lost shirt, I hear.
Right.
But, he also had a lot of concussions. They could have lowballed him, and he never would have known. But anyway, so after he breaks out Color War, then the whole day is dedicated to each group getting to take a picture with Hulk Hogan. Like your bunk gets to take a picture with Hulk Hogan, right? So we all take our picture. He's standing in the middle.
You have this picture?
I've been looking for it. I know I had it at some point. It might be like mixed in my mom's photos.
Get Nedra on the phone right now.
I will see what I can do. But he takes all the pictures, and then every kid in the group gets to like shake his hand on the way out.
Yeah.
And you say something or you don't say something. But
You said something. We know.
Of course I said something. Because here's the thing. In person, one, I was into wrestling at the time. I wasn't like so ironically detached when I was 10.
1985, yeah. Dude.
I knew it was fake. I knew it was fake, but it was still fun as fuck, And
was it WrestleMania 1 or 2 or 3 at 1985?
I think that would have been 1 or 2.
So like the first
pretty
2
early.
Before you met Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I'd have to look, but I just but. In person, he, especially at that time, he was fucking enormous. Like, just I just remember marveling, like, his arms were like tree trunks. And so when I was walking out, he put his hand out and I said, "You got really big arms." And
That's what you said.
yeah, and he said, 24-inch pythons, brother, and shook my hand. And that is my experience with Hulk Hogan.
Now, just because I looked, Hulk Hogan was in WrestleMania 1 in March of 1985. So you met Hulk Hogan. This would have been July or August, I assume.
August.
Right?
It would have been August when we had color.
This is only like 3 or 4 months since the first WrestleMania when you met the Hulkster. That's impressive. Yeah, that's like meeting like Elvis before he got fat, or Michael Jackson before he molested kids or whatever.
Donald Trump before he became president.
Right. Yeah, that's extraordinary. I have to say, I loved Hulk Hogan from wrestling. I was a big fan probably until like, the 6th or 7th before I like phased or aged out of it. He wasn't my favorite wrestler, but he was sort of the leader of the pack of the storyline. So if you liked wrestling, then you kind of liked his shtick. Rowdy Piper was more fun, I thought. That was like the villain pitted against him. But I liked him. So it was really upsetting when he came out in, full MAGA. And I read it was kind of like to sell his beer or some product he was trying to sell. Because he had hit hard times with that sex tape kind of ruined him. He wasn't getting like the bookings anymore. But like everyone in the WWF.
Didn't he win a large settlement eventually from that
Bubba?
Sex
Yeah,
tape thing?
Bubba the Love Sponge or some radio host was involved.
That is his exact name.
Yeah, I think.
Unfortunately.
He was on Howard Stern or Opie and Anthony, telling his story, but he was involved, and it was like a woman that they were both involved with.
Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was Bubba the Love Sponge's wife that was either on that sex tape or Hogan had sex with her separately and had the audio tape with the N-word. I don't know. There was a whole bunch of...
There was all stuff that you didn't want to see of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
The N-word, his naked penis... him in some scandal. It was all very damaging stuff for who was once an iconic figure, the Superman of WWF wrestling, if you will.
Yeah, a role model for young children like us.
Once you've ruined your career, you go to Donald Trump. That's where you end up.
Used to be Hollywood Squares.
Right. Or Dancing with the Stars became the more updated, right? But if you've ruined your career, a sex scandal, raped a minor, you go to Donald Trump for career resuscitation, and all of a sudden, he's giving platitudes about how, he's a great guy, he loves Trump, that's the way. So Hogan did that, and it's shameful and sad. But I guess I'm gonna remember the Hulk Hogan of my youth, and not the the twisted old F he became. Not to mention, he was pretty good in that Rocky sequel too.
He was very good in Rocky.
Feather in the cap was Thunderlips. I'm sad that he's died, but I'm sadder that he became like a dick. That's kind of like the sad part about Hulk Hogan, you know? Yeah. Like seeing Stephen Miller's tribute to him on Twitter today. It was like to hear Stephen Miller saying how I was a big wrestling fan when I was a kid and he was my hero, and knowing that he probably just met him, and he signed something for that guy. It's just like, it's all bad.
Right.
It's all just bad.
Well, the other notable loss we had in the last week from Generation X fame was Malcolm-Jamal Warner from The Cosby Show. He played Theo, and I think most of us know him from that. Do you guys remember him in other stuff outside The Cosby Show?
Nothing.
I know he was in things, but I couldn't tell you what they were. I think I remember he did a guest spot on Community, like one episode.
Yes, he did. He did. I can tell you right now, I have his IMDb page up. But like, there's no other thing besides what do you call it?
Cosby
Show that like I could say he was known for. I don't think I watched any of his sitcoms that he was in after that. I have a fond memory of him from Cosby, for what it's worth. Like I know Cosby himself has kind of destroyed his own legacy.
Yeah.
And my wife was saying it's like funny how no one is like talking about, oh, Cosby was like, sleep raping like 100 women. They're just saying, oh, he was on the beloved Cosby show that was iconic and, changed the world. And it's like, oh, by the way, footnote.
Well, why you got to bring Bill Cosby's rape into Malcolm-Jamal Warner's obituary?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true, but it's hard not to associate.
Yeah, well, that's on you, man. That's on you.
He was.
It's not like he was slipping roofies to people on the set or anything.
He was a beloved TV personality who, I think when people hear he died, and he died in a freaky way, it was a sad reaction I saw from most people who heard that news.
Yeah, I was just pleased that it wasn't some like scandal or he didn't do anything terrible. Like as I saw the headline, I'm like, oh, am I going to learn something terrible about this person?
He was on vacation with his young daughter, and they drowned. No, not they. He drowned.
You're breaking news here.
You don't know his pronouns.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. He got caught in some kind of current or whatever, and got.
How well do you?
And a couple surfers tried to save him and weren't able to.
How well do you guys think the three people that we just discussed, Hulk Hogan, Ozzy, and Malcolm? Like, if I were to give you a quote per se, would you be able to tell who said it of those three?
I'm gonna take a wild stab and say no, based on the fact that you want to quiz me. I feel like you already have a quote that as damn well is confusing.
I might just have a little game I came up with for a rainy day.
Hit me
I
up.
like to call it. It's not a big game, so we don't have to put it in the game night bucket. It's called Who Said It? Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, Malcolm-Jamal Warner, or D, other. There's an other category if you don't think any of them said it. Okay.
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 They range in difficulty. Question 1. Music is just the alcohol of life. I can't live without it. A, Ozzy. B, Hulk. C, Malcolm. D, other.
It's got to be Ozzy.
Yes, you got it right. So it's easy, right?
Woo!
Next.
Yeah, easy.
They want to see me fall, but I always come back stronger. Hulk, Ozzy, Malcolm, other.
Hogan.
I'm gonna go Hogan too.
Yeah, Darren, 2-0. Now you ready? Keep your soul intact. This is an industry where a person's soul tends to be the very first thing that they will compromise.
Malcolm-Jamal Warner.
I'm gonna go Ozzy.
Okay, so Mike is 3-0, and Dave got one wrong. Okay,
Ooh.
Question 4. By all accounts, I should have been dead fucking 40 years ago.
Ozzy.
That's got to be Ozzy.
Yeah, okay, Ozzy. Question 5. Just wanted to remind you, as I remind myself, that no matter what's going on, there's always a reason to smile.
I want to say Hulk Hogan just to be funny, but it's got to be Malcolm-Jamal Warner.
I'm going to go with Malcolm.
Yes, it is Malcolm. See, he was a very lovable guy in interviews, so all of his quotes stand out. Hard to fool you.
He sounds like he was in denial, to be honest, but go ahead.
Number 6. Survival is my legacy. Hulk, Malcolm, Ozzy, other.
Hulk.
No, that one was Ozzy, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right, so
I could see that.
2 wrong, 1 wrong. Are you ready? We're coming to the end of this.
Yeah.
I grew up in Aston. Right. I always felt shitty and intimidated by everyone. So my whole thing was to act crazy and make people laugh so they wouldn't jump on me.
That's Ozzy.
Yep, Ozzy.
I read that quote yesterday.
Yeah, that's why. I will be able to leave this earth knowing, and people knowing, that I was a good person. With all the darkness in the world, it's possible to maintain your soul and be a good person. How prescient is that quote?
Pretty prescient, because we are all talking about what a good person Malcolm-Jamal Warner is.
Indeed it was. I'm nearly dead, but I can't complain.
Ozzy.
Yes, also prescient, I guess. Fame is a strange drug. It makes you think you're more important than you are. Ozzy, Malcolm, Hulk, or other?
Malcolm.
I'm going to guess Malcolm.
Ozzy.
Whoa.
It was Ozzy.
It's deep.
All right. You guys almost tied, but there's one bonus question, Dave, where you could catch up to Mike. You ready?
All right.
And Mike, if you get this, you reign supreme.
Oh, well.
Music is the only thing I've ever known that makes people feel good without hurting anyone else. Is it Ozzy, Malcolm, Hulk, or other?
Ozzy.
I'm going to go with other.
Yes, Dave! It was Chuck Mangione, who also died this week.
Chuck Mangione died?
Yeah, today! And I don't know why I'm laughing, but... It's not because he died. I'm laughing because you were...
Dun, 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 dun. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-dun, dun.
Terrific.
Nice
Yeah,
trumpet,
very good.
Dave.
I told my son
Well done.
that he died, and he was like, I don't know who that is. And then I did exactly what you just did. And he's like, oh. So, yeah, we lost 4 people this week, actually.
But
Yeah.
my win is what's really the news here.
Yeah, you just won. You beat Mike. And I was laughing. I'm sorry, the timing of my laughing was not anything against Chuck's family and his life and his legacy. Clearly, I'm a fan. It was that Dave got the answer. So, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack the news, but, you know.
No, that was great. It was
a
a nice
game
little
is a game.
That was
diversion.
awesome.
It had to be played.
And it was a little impressive that you whipped that up on the spot like that. I don't know.
I do show prep. I do a lot of show prep.
You are watching Generation Exile.
Really hate that sad loser, Mr. Newberger.
Who, me?